What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Hope everybody had a good weekend, good week. We got NFL Week 14 review, Week 15 picks, some NBA stuff. But first, we're going to go over some film news. I haven't done that in a while. But we'll get started. So this is Film Buzz, which news is fairly accurate, I think. I'm not sure though. Avengers Doomsday will focus on the rivalry between Doctor Doom and Steve Rogers. Now, I'll be honest. I'm not excited at all for these next two Avengers movies, to be honest. Given the current state of Marvel, because it's, Disney. Trying not to sound like a hater, but just Marvel just isn't in a good state right now. Unfortunately. Same goes for DC as well, but yeah, just not a lot of movies that I'm excited for, unfortunately. Spider-Man Brand New Day and Vision Quest will set up Avengers Doomsday. Now, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so I am excited. I hope it's good. Vision Quest, I have no interest in watching. Let's see. So you got first synopsis for DC Supergirl. When an unexpected and ruthless enemy threatens, Kara Zor-El is forced against her will to team up with an unlikely companion. Together, they embark on an epic cosmic journey where revenge and justice are at stake, and where Kara must confront her origins, find her own path as a hero. Yeah, this movie's not going to be good. Sorry. Hate to say it, but it's true. This doesn't sound that good. Avatar, The Last Airbender, I just have no interest in Avatar or Avatar, The Last Airbender. First trailer for Avengers Doomsday will be 1 minute and 25 seconds. Good to know, I guess. First trailer for Avengers Doomsday will be released next week. Oh boy. Netflix will probably almost bought Disney and Marvel Studios. I don't know. Would Netflix make it worse than Disney? I'm not really sure. But yeah, Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers, but the deal hasn't been approved yet, I guess. Paramount will be launching a hostile takeover to buy Warner Brothers from Netflix. Yeah, because Paramount really wants it too. Okay, and then Noah and RGC is, crashing out, but whatever. Okay. First trailer Supergirl will release this week. Pretty sure it comes out on Thursday. I'm not really sure though. We got new character posters for Stranger Things Volume 2. They look pretty cool. You got Will, 11, and Mike, which there's more than this. There was Max, Lucas, and Steve, and then you had Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve. Who the frick am I forgetting? I think they had Robin too. No, they didn't have Robin. God, I think they had Hopper too. I don't know, but they had more than just that though. And Five Nights at Freddy's 2 made 300% of its $36 million budget in 48 hours. Um, Now, I heard it's really bad. I heard it's worse than the first one. Um, Now, I'm a big fan of the games. I played the games when I was younger. I love the first one. I thought 2 was solid. Um, FNAF 2, the game, is actually a prequel to the first one. And then the third one takes place way after the first one. And then the fourth one's like a prequel to the first two, I think, or it takes place before the first two. But I thought the first 4 games were done really well. I like the story, the lore, and stuff. But man, the movies have been a big letdown. I haven't seen the second one, but judging by what I'm hearing, just not good. The first one wasn't that good. I thought the first movie was okay. I felt like they did a decent job with it. But I wasn't blown away or anything. But man, Five Nights at Freddy's as a movie series is just not doing well right now. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Probably will watch it at some point. But man, it just doesn't look very good. Zootopia 2 has made 900 million at the global box office after just 10 days. I thought the first one was actually pretty good. But I haven't seen the second one, so this audience goes crazy in theaters on opening night for these 2. Damn. Susie will return in Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 2. Okay. Okay, Greta Gerwig's new Narnia movie will change the world. I have a feeling it's going to be bad. I love the first Narnia movie that came out in 2005. It was very, very good. The other 2 that came after that were not that good. They were probably mid at best. The Boys Season 5 will officially drop on April 8th, 2026. So yeah, they just dropped the trailer a couple days ago. Trailer was insane. I hope it's better than Season 4, since it is the final season, which they're doing a bunch of spin-offs as well. So it kind of becoming the thing that they've been making fun of. But it's probably not going to be a good ending. I think Homelander will die. I think he has to. Because, he's like every season he's, escaped death, scot-free. So like it's the final season, like he has to die. I think Butcher will die as well. Given the, disease he got from temporary V. I think MM could die. His real name Martin, I think. Frenchie might die. I'm not really sure though. I think Kimiko, there's a chance she dies, but I think she'll live. I think Huey and Starlight will make it out alive. I think they'll keep Soldier Boy alive. There's a chance he dies, but I think he'll make it out alive. But yeah. But yeah, it's probably not going to be a good ending, unfortunately. See what they do with Ryan. But yeah. Let's see what else we got. DMZ will start directly where Avengers Endgame ended. Oh boy. James Gunn will still have control of DC Studios despite Netflix buying Warner Brothers. That's unfortunate. Avengers Endgame we re-released. Okay, I'm sorry. Endgame was not that good. Like the opening was good and like the ending was good, but like the middle is just not good. Like I'm sorry. Okay, Spider-Man wrapped filming. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos says people prefer watching movies at home than in cinemas. That is just not true. Seeing a movie in the cinemas is a really good experience. You know, you buy like this big ass bucket of popcorn, you get a drink, and then you sit down, watch it on the big screen with, you know, good quality surround sound. It's such a good experience, and you're actually going out with people. Um, you know, so that is by far one of the most idiotic statements I've ever seen. Yeah, see, every big franchise Netflix owns that are buying Warner Brothers. Yeah, obviously they're gonna have DC, Mortal Kombat, Scooby Doo. They're probably gonna do a series on that. Harry Potter. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I don't give a fuck what they do with that. Same goes for Lord of the Rings. Monsterverse. I love Godzilla. I like King Kong. So we'll see what they do with that. But that's basically what that is. Just get Elbow said, oh god, I'm not even gonna say that. Got our first look at Stranger Things season 5, volume 2. So you got 11, which I still assume that's the military base and the Upside Down. And then I assume the top shot here is from, I think it picks up right where they left off after they discover that Will has powers. Okay, and then there's Robin, Lucas. I think that's Will, I think. I'm not really sure. But, you know, we've been saying this on the network that Robin's probably going to die in episode 5. And then there's Henry, aka Vecna. That's probably him returning to the house that Holly was in. Silver Surfer will partly return in Avengers Secret Wars. Thought she died. Okay. Matt Smith is the front runner to play Brainiac in DC's Man of Tomorrow. Probably not going to be a good movie. But yeah, they should have done like a sequel to Man of Steel, and Brainiac should have been the villain in that one. Like that would have been such a good movie. A new Men in Black movie is officially in the works. Experts predict the DCU is not leading to the Justice League, but Super Friends movie. That'd be stupid. I mean, God, this computer sucks. Yeah, I just don't believe in the James Gunn DC universe. All right, should be fixed now. The Ferris Bueller's Day Off spinoff the Cobra Kai creators were producing has officially been canceled. Oh, wow. Really? Damn, that sucks. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I kind of forgot about. I kind of forgot that the Cobra Kai creators are gonna bring it back. But now it's not happening now. So that sucks for the Cobra Kai creators. We'll see what they do next. I mean, they want to spin-offs for Cobra Kai, but that's probably not going to be for a while. I mean, we've said on network they shouldn't rush into any spin-offs. Gotta let the show's ending marinate for a bit. Let's see. Scarlett Johansson is officially set to star in the Batman 2. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Okay, and then we got some posters for The Boys Season 5. That was before the trailer came out, but these look really good. You have Butcher, which he has powers because of the parasite that he has. But there's the Vought Tower there, and just everything crumbling. That's pretty good. And then you have Homelander flying out in space above planet Earth and just seeing the chaos and destruction that's going on here. So very cool posters. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 says sequel's much darker. Shirt is really bad. Oh yeah, Netflix is doing a live action Scooby-Doo series. Yippee. We'll cast younger, unknown actors. Okay. Stranger Things Season 5 is now the most viewed show ever on Netflix. Big surprise. So I don't know if this is 100% true, but Stranger Things Season 5 finale will be 2 hours and 5 minutes long. I was actually expecting it to be 3 hours long, but it doesn't look that way. And Volume 2 will focus on Vecna's memories. Yeah, Strike 5 cast members. Duffer Brothers say Will Byers is the heart and soul of Stranger Things 5. And I do like that they're doing more with his character. So, I mean, that's good. Will and Vecna's rivalry is similar to Harry Potter and Voldemort. Okay. Both Deadpool and Wolverine will appear in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Stranger Things Season 5 is now the highest rated episode of the series. All right, people need to calm down with that. It's a good episode, but shouldn't be that high. Yeah, apparently Netflix crashed after Stranger Things Season 5 released. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 has probably been delayed, probably for the best. I just don't think it was that good. A lot of the episodes are just mid, and they just don't stay true to the Netflix show. And I thought the finale was good and entertaining, but it just felt unfinished. McClaw, I don't even know how to say that. Macaulay Culkin, is that how you say it? So he wants to return for Home Alone Legacy sequel. Rush Hour 4 is officially in the works of Paramount. I never watched any of those movies, so I don't know what they're about. Hugh Jackman says he will never retire from playing Wolverine. I thought he was done after Logan because like the training was like taking a toll on his body or whatever. Chloe Zhao says she wants to make a sequel to Eternals. I heard that was the most boring movie ever. Ryan Johnson's new Star Wars trilogy has been canceled. Thank goodness. Stranger Things season 5 with violent death of any season. Yeah, oh boy. New live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie is in the works at Paramount. Saw the first two live action movies, and they were not very good. I hate to say it, but I'm not trying to hate on everything. But those first two movies, I believe the first one came out in 2014 and second one came out in 2016. Neither of those are good. I'm sorry. Frozen 3 and 4. Oh god, they're making a fourth one too. Be the most expensive animated movies ever made. Puss in Boots 3 is reportedly in the works at DreamWorks. Almost said Disney on accident. I don't know how to feel about that because ever since The Last Wish came out and it was so good, DreamWorks has been struggling. I'm trying to think because they haven't made good movies since. Well, they did do Kung Fu Panda 4, which I still haven't watched, but I heard it was kind of mid. Um, and they're trying to do Shrek 5, but the animation looks absolutely atrocious. So I really don't know what they're gonna do in Puss in Boots 3, if he's gonna link up with Shrek, or he's probably gonna, or if they're gonna bring the wolf back, because he did say that they would meet again. Just throw that line in there for no reason. So I don't really know what they're gonna do. So, and The Last Wish was so good. I don't know how they're gonna top that, but I'm just kind of nervous, or I just don't know how to feel about it, to be 100% honest. But we'll see. John Bernthal will not return as the Punisher in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Thought he was going to. First official look. Oh, Jumanji 4. Oh my god. I don't think these movies are that good, to be honest. They're all right, I guess. It's the same cast from the other two, but like the original 95 Jumanji is the best one with Robin Williams. Tobey Maguire will reportedly return as Spider-Man Avengers Doomsday. Okay. MCU will introduce its own versions of Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus. Sadie Sink has been cast in Avengers Secret Wars. Yeah, because she's going to be in Spider-Man, and I still don't know who she's playing, but her character will be in Avengers. DC has probably started casting for new Wonder Woman. Okay, so apparently they're doing a Top Gun 3, which I don't think is necessary because the first one that came out in the 80s was really good, and then Top Gun Maverick was really good. So they probably should just leave it at that. You don't need to do a trilogy. An F1 sequel is currently in works at Apple. I still haven't seen that movie, but I heard it's one of the best movies of the year, apparently. Tom Cruise got his first Oscar. Okay, no one cares about the Oscars. Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan has now created 3 successful TV series. Obviously, he did Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. I don't know what the third one is. Plurbius follows the most miserable person on earth who must save the world from happiness. What? That's weird. Oscar Isaac is in talks for a role. Okay. Brainiac will be the main villain of Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, that movie is probably gonna be even worse. Zachary Levi says he wants to return to Shazam and James Gunn. I mean, he did a good job playing Shazam. Like the one that came out in 2019, I thought was really good. Like it had a balance of comedy and seriousness, and it was the movie was done very very well. Dwayne Johnson says Jumanji 4 is the final film in the franchise. I mean, it probably shouldn't even be happening, but whatever. The Russo brothers will probably take lead on the next MCU saga after Secret Wars. Oh boy. Oscar Isaac says he no longer wants to play Moon Knight and work for Disney. I don't blame him. Venom director. Okay. It's obvious because the symbiote in the Venom movies never bonded with Peter, so that's why Venom never had Spider-Man's powers in that trilogy. Jurassic World 5 is reportedly in the works with Scarlett Johansson returning. Oh my god, bro. Gremlins 3 will officially release in November 2027. Okay. Star Trek 4 has probably been canceled. Let's go. Avengers Doomsday will probably be Patrick Stewart's final acting role. Bro, Doctor Strange 2, they did him dirty, dude. Like, that was just disrespectful, man. Godzilla minus one sequels titled Godzilla minus zero. Godzilla minus one, really good movie. Really good movie. Millie Bobby Brown. What the hell is this? Where did this come from? What the hell? Okay. All right, moving on. Pretty much it, I think. Okay, this is smart right here. Creators want to avoid a bad ending like Game of Thrones. And official casting announcement for DC's Batman. Yeah, there's gonna be 2 Batmans apparently. But yeah, we can get into the NFL news. Time to get into our sports stuff. What do you have against ScarJo? What? I'm confused. What's ScarJo? I don't know what that is. I'm confused. Okay, so this is a current playoff picture. Let me just say this right now. As a Pats fan, I do not want the Texans. The Texans defense scares me. But could probably beat the Jags if they end up as a wild card team. Could beat the Chargers because their O-line isn't good. But yeah. Broncos are going one and done. Because their offense isn't good and they have a mid quarterback. All right. The Colts are signing Philip Rivers to their practice squad. So yeah, he's 44 years old. I don't really know what to think of this. Obviously, the Daniel Jones injury is unfortunate. Anthony Richardson's on IR, and even if he wasn't, he's a terrible passer. So they have Riley Leonard, which he wasn't completely terrible. But man, I just don't know how he's gonna look, or if they're even gonna go with him this week. We'll see what happens. Okay, so Patriots Ravens week 16 got flexed into Sunday Night Football. So it was originally going to be Bengals Dolphins, which I completely forgot about, but they ended up swapping that out with Patriots Ravens, which is pretty interesting. So should be a good game. Okay, and then just tough for the Colts. Daniel Jones out for the season with a torn Achilles. The dude can just never catch a break, so that really stinks. Yeah, rough collapse for the Colts. They had such a promising start to the season, then just completely fell apart out of nowhere. The Browns have named Shedeur Sanders the starter for the rest of the season. Should have done this earlier, but the Browns have nothing left to lose except for draft positioning. So really nothing much to say there. Let's see what else is in there. I think that's it for news, I think. Okay. I'm going to start with Thursday Night Football, like we always do. So Cowboys get their asses handed to them by the Lions. I should have stuck with my gut and picked the Lions, but I fell for the Cowboys hype train, unfortunately. But Dak, 31 of 47, 376 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Javonte Williams, 17 carries, and a touchdown. Then CeeDee Lamb went out with a concussion in this game, unfortunately. 6 catches, 121 yards. Ryan Flanor, 9 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown. George Pickens did not play very well. They needed him to step up, and he didn't. Sack from James Houston. That's pretty much it. And then no interceptions. But yeah. I've said before, Quinion Williams makes their defensive line better, but he doesn't fix the secondary. Their secondary can still be taken advantage of. Goff, 309 yards, a touchdown, 0 picks. Montgomery, 6 catches for 6 yards, a touchdown. Gibbs, 12 carries for 43 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. He played phenomenal. Jameson Williams, 7 catches, 96 yards. He's really underrated. Amon-Ra was able to move the chains. I don't even know if he was going to play in this game. I probably would have picked the Lions if I knew he was playing, but and then Isaac Tesla with the touchdown. Brian Branch had a fumble recovery. Jack Campbell, the sack. 3 sacks from Muhammad. And then Derek Barnes with an interception, and DJ Reed had an interception that pretty much ended the game. But yeah, Lions have not lost back-to-back games since 2022. They still have a chance to get into the playoffs. is a game Dallas needed to win. And yeah, they're probably not going to get into the playoffs, unfortunately for them. Nothing else I need to say about this game. Moving on to Dolphins Jets. So the Dolphins sweep the Jets. Jets are now 3-2. 3-10. Excuse me. 2-6 at home. Miami's won 4 straight now. Still don't think they'll make the playoffs, but they could be, a trap game for other teams that are playing for playoff positioning or, to win their division or whatever. Yeah, Jets debuted their rivalry uniforms. They looked okay, I guess. Soon as this thing loads. Yeah, I believe Tyrod Taylor got injured in this game. So they put Brady Cook out there. 163 yards, their touchdowns. Tua, 13 of 21, 127 yards, a touchdown, 0 picks. Jalen Wright, 24 carries, 107 yards, rushing touchdown for A-Chain and Ollie Gordon. Jalen Waddle, 5 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. 2.5 sacks for Zach Zeeler. Bradley Chubb got a sack. Chop Robinson with a sack. Then, 3 interceptions. Rasul Douglas with an interception. Tyrell Dodson. Breece Hall, 14 carries, 43 yards. Oh, they got punt return touchdown. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Quincy Williams with a sack. That's pretty much it. But yeah, there's nothing else to say about this game. Yeah, this game pissed me off. Steelers beat the Ravens on the road. They are back on top of the AFC North. The AFC North is a terrible division right now. Steelers are mid. Ravens been disappointing. Bengals defense is ass, and then the Browns are the Browns. But Aaron Rodgers played really well in this game. 284 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Kenneth Gainwell, 4 carries for 15 yards, a touchdown. Somehow Aaron Rodgers had a rushing touchdown. DK, best game in a while, 7 catches for 148 yards. Jaylen Warren with a touchdown. Highsmith was with a sack. Brandon Nichols with a sack. Then James Pierre with an interception. And then the Ravens just don't look good right now. Lamar, 1935, 219 yards, a touchdown, interception. Derrick Henry, 25 carries, 94 yards. Lamar with a rushing touchdown. Zay Flowers, 8 catches for 124 yards. Likely, he should have had 2 touchdowns in this game. He got screwed over by the refs. Defense, just no sacks whatsoever. But yeah, the Ravens just a disappointing year. This is a critical game they needed to win, and they completely choked. There's nothing more to say about this game. Another shocking game. The Saints beat the Buccaneers on the road. I get it's a division rivalry, but a lot of people expected the Saints to be the worst team. But yeah, Tyler Shuck played pretty well in this game. He outplayed Baker in this game. I don't know what's going on with the Bucs. I don't know if it's injuries, coaching. Emeka Egbuka is completely vanished. Just completely fallen off. I don't know what happened to him. He was going crazy to start the season. Now he's just disappeared. Tyler Shuck, 13 for 20, 144 yards, 0 touchdowns, interception. Devin Neal, 19 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Shuck had 2 rushing touchdowns, 55 rushing yards. Valet, 3 catches for 40 yards. No sacks. Taylor with an interception. Baker, 14 of 30, 122 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Bucky Irving, 15 carries for 55 yards. Sean Tucker with a rushing touchdown. Godwin, 5 catches, 55 yards. It was Bucky Irving with a touchdown reception. Vita Vea with a sack. Defense had 3 sacks total. Then Zion McCollum with an interception. But yeah, Panthers are right behind the Bucs for the division. But yeah, disappointing game for the Bucs. I don't know. The collapse is insane. They started 6-1 and now are 7-6. Then we got the Jaguars beating the absolute snot out of the Colts. Now Daniel Jones, they get injured early in this game. That was unfortunate. But Jaguars were able to do whatever they wanted on offense. Another pretty good game for Trevor Lawrence. Just wish he was more consistent, But Trevor Lawrence, 17 of 30, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, back-to-back games without throwing an interception. Etienne, 20 carries, 74 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Brian Thomas, 3 catches for 87 yards. Patrick and Myers both had a touchdown. So yeah, no turnovers for Trevor Lawrence for the second straight game. Sack from Josh Hines-Allen. Then Devin Lloyd had an interception. Greg Newsome with an interception. But yeah, big win for Jacksonville. They're leading the division right now. Believe both Colts and Texans are 8-5. Riley Leonard, 18 of 29, 145 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. Daniel Jones, 60 yards, no touchdowns, a pick, tore his ACL. Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown. Alec Pierce, 5 catches for 80 yards, 79 yards from Pittman. Taylor fumbled and he lost it. The defense didn't really do anything. But yeah, big win for the Jaguars. And the Titans finally get another win. Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders, first of many in the books. Cam Ward, 14 of 28, under 17 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. Tony Pollard, 25 carries, under 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. DK with a touchdown. Io Manor with a touchdown. 1.5 sacks for Jeff Simmons. And Xavier Woods with an interception, 35 yards. Shedeur Sanders, 23 of 42, 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, interception. Good stats, but it doesn't matter if you don't win the game. He had a rushing touchdown as well. Harold Fanning played great. 8 catches, under 14 yards, and a touchdown. Judy with the touchdown, and Njoku with the touchdown. Carson Swessinger, 6 solo tackles. A sack from Myles Garrett, 3 tackles for loss, and a pass deflection. But yeah, nothing else to say about this game. So we got the Vikings shutting out the Washington Commanders. Thank goodness I picked Vikings. Thank goodness. Vikings finally get another win at home. They're 2-4 at home now. They're 5-8. Commanders on a long losing streak. Jaden Daniels came back and he looked absolutely atrocious. I mean, if you let 9 outplay you, then you got an issue. Jaden Daniels, 9 for 20, 78 yards, 0 touchdowns, interception. He got injured again. I'm like, why is he even out there? Like, the season's over. Just sit for the rest of the season. Because, like, if you keep throwing him out there, he's going to get injured. He's going to miss next season. So, it's common sense. McLaurin, 3 catches for 41 yards. Bobby Wagner with a sack. Von Miller with a sack. They had 4 sacks total. Yeah, JJ McCarthy came back after 1 week. 16 for 23, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Probably his best game all year. Aaron Jones, 14 carries for 76 yards. Jordan Mason with a rushing touchdown. Jordan Addison, 4 catches for 62 yards. Josh Oliver, 2 touchdowns. Hawkinson with a touchdown. Jefferson didn't even play that well. 2 catches for 11 yards. Let's see. So 2 sacks for the defense. Van Ginkel with an interception. Harrison Smith with an interception. Yeah, really good win for the Vikings. After getting shut out last week, they bounced back and shut out a team at home. We got the Seahawks versus the Falcons. Despite what the score said, this game was actually tied 6-6 at halftime. So the Seahawks didn't take over until the second half. But they're now 10-3. They got a chance to win the division. I mean, they have the Colts this week, and then they play the Rams at home on a short week. But Seahawks are a pretty good team, but they haven't beaten anybody good yet. I mean, they lost to Tampa. They lost to the Rams. Sam Darnold, 20 of 30, 249 yards, 3 touchdowns, interception. Charbonnet with 46 rushing yards. JSN, 7 catches for 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shaheed played well, 4 catches. Cooper Kupp with a touchdown. Ernest Jones. Okay, no sacks. Nick Eamon-Wari with a sack. Spoon with an interception and Eamon-Wari with an interception. Kirk Cousins, 15 of 30, 162 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Bijan, 20 carries for 86 yards. Pitts, 6 catches for 90 yards. A sack from James Pierce. Then Mike Hughes had the interception. Yeah, nothing else to say about this game. Falcons are cooked. Seahawks are a playoff team. Pretty much it for that game. And then this game pissed me off. Bengals should have won this game. They were leading all game until second half. Burrow throws back-to-back interceptions, and they can never bounce back after that. But otherwise, pretty entertaining game. Probably best game all week, in my opinion. Burrow, outside of the 2 interceptions and pick 6, he played pretty well. 25 of 36, 284 yards, 4 touchdowns. You take those 2 turnovers away, the Bengals would have won the game. Chase Brown with a rushing touchdown. T. Higgins, 6 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. He played phenomenal. Unfortunately, he got concussed again. Gesicki, 6 catches, 86 yards, got his first touchdown of the year. Ja'Marr Chase should have been better. 5 catches, 44 yards. Geno Stone with a sack. TJ Slayton with a sack. BJ Hill with a sack. And no interceptions, of course. Josh Allen, 22 of 28, 251 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Josh Allen with a rushing touchdown, 78 rushing yards. Dawson Knox, 6 catches for 93 yards. Kincaid with a touchdown. Shakir with a touchdown, and Jackson Hawes with a touchdown. James Cook did fumble twice, 1 in the end zone. Sack from Christian Benford. Benford got the pick 6, and then AJ Epinesa intercepted it right after. But yeah, lucky win for the Bills. And we got the Broncos versus the Raiders. Much better game than the last time they played. That game was 10-7. Bo Nix, 31 of 38, 212 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. He's just not that good. 17 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown for RJ Harvey. Sutton, 6 catches for 62 yards. 2 sacks from Nick Benito. John Franklin Myers with a sack. No interceptions. Geno got injured in this game, 13 of 21, 116 yards, a touchdown. Kenny Pickett came in, 8 for 11, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Genty, 10 carries for 30 yards. My goodness, that whole line is terrible. Jack Bash, 6 catches for 50 yards. Brock Bowers, 4 catches, 46 yards, a touchdown. Best tight end in the NFL. Well, maybe not over George Kittle. And then Bo Jackson's son, Shedrick Jackson, had a touchdown. Jeremy Chin with a sack. Max Crosby with a sack. 2 tackles for loss. And a QB hit. And then no interceptions. But yeah, Raiders are probably going to get a quarterback in the draft. Probably going to get Mendoza. Really good game from the Packers and Bears. Very entertaining. Bears come up short. This game is for the division. Bears fall to 9-4. Packers are now 9-3-1. I believe they have the 1 seed in the NFC right now. Caleb Williams, 19 of 35, 186 yards. You gotta be fucking kidding me. 2 touchdowns, an interception. Went for it on 4th down to try to tie the game, but got picked off in the end zone, and that pretty much lost them the game. Swift, 13 carries, 63 yards. Manungai, 57 yards. Luther Burden, other in receiving yards. Colston Loveland with a touchdown. Zacchaeus with a touchdown. Gardner Johnson played pretty well. Noah's favorite player. Montez Sweat with a sack and a tackle for loss. Then CJ Gardner Johnson with an interception. Jordan Love, 17 of 25, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, an interception. Pretty solid game from him. 20 carries, 86 yards, a touchdown from Josh Jacobs. Christian Watson, 4 catches, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. Very underrated. Bo Melton with a touchdown. Then Kingsley with a sack. No sacks from Micah Parsons. And then Nixon had the game-winning interception. Yeah, pretty good game. They play one more time in Chicago, so that game should be interesting. But yeah, pretty good game. Then the Rams absolutely beat the dog shit out of the Cardinals, 45-17. Stafford, 22 of 31, 281 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Blake Corum, 12 catches, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been playing better than Kyren Williams lately. Touchdown from Kyren Williams. Puka, 17 catches and 2 touchdowns. Probably going to win Offensive Player of the Year. Or actually, no, not over JSN. Cam Curl with a sack. Byron Young with a sack. Kobe Turner with a sack. Nate Landman had an interception. Yeah, Rams 10-3, fighting with the Seahawks for the division. Jacoby Brissett, 25 of 44, 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Pretty solid game. He's a bridge. That's basically what he is. He's just going to be a placeholder until the Cardinals can find a quarterback worth drafting, whether that's 2027 or 2028. Leatherweight in rushing yards. Michael Wilson, criminally underrated. 11 catches, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Troy McBride, 58 yards. No sacks, no interceptions. But yeah, tough season for the Cardinals. I feel bad for Cardinals fans. Then the Texans beat the Chiefs on the road on Sunday Night Football in Arrowhead. Stroud, 15 of 31, 203 yards, a touchdown, 0 picks, played solid. Woody Marks, 26 carries for 68 yards. Nico Collins, 4 catches, 121 yards. Woody Marks with a touchdown reception. The defense, Sheldon Rankins with a sack. Danico Autry with a sack. 3 interceptions. Al Shire with an interception. Lassiter and Petrie had the other ones. Yeah, Mahomes is absolutely terrible. 14 of 33, 160 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The dude is washed. Worthy, 3 catches, 55 yards. Yeah, it's over for the Chiefs. It's over. George Karlaftis with a sack. Chris Jones with a sack. But yeah, huge win for the Texans, 8-5. tied with the Colts, a game behind the Jaguars for the division. They did beat the Jaguars once, so keep that in mind. And to wrap up the week, Eagles losing overtime to the Chargers. Jalen Hurts was absolutely atrocious. Like, my goodness. Jalen Hurts is the first player since 1978 to turn the ball over twice on the same play. 21 of 40, 240 yards, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. My goodness, he was terrible. Saquon, 20 carries, 122 yards, a touchdown. Probably his best game all year, to be honest. A.J. Brown, 6 catches, 107 yards. Dude wants to be a Patriot so bad. Hurts fumbled. 2.5 sacks for Jalen Hunt. Byron Young with a sack. Jordan Davis, 1.5 sacks. Dory Jackson, Giants legend, had an interception. Justin Herbert, 12 for 26, 139 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He didn't even play that great, to be honest. By the way, in rushing yards, excuse me. Vidal, 1 catch for 60 yards. Holy moly. I believe these are targets right here. Hampton with a touchdown. McConkey, 5 targets, 12 catches. 1 catch for 12 yards. And Herbert fumbled twice. Lost one of them. A sack from Odafe. The interceptions, my goodness. Cam Hart. Dante Jackson. But yeah, Eagles are collapsing just like they did in 2023. But that's it for week 14. All right, NFL playoff predictors. Hopefully it works this time, because last week I could not get it to work. Turn the light on. Okay, let's start off with Thursday, if I can find it. There it is. All right, Bucks, Falcons. Obviously, week 1 was a crazy game for them. Both teams are not playing well right now. So I can see either of them winning. But this time it's Kirk Cousins and a quarterback for the Falcons. Which I remember last year, I believe it was week 5, Thursday night. Kirk Cousins threw 500 yards and played phenomenal in that game. and they just collapsed out of nowhere. But I'm going to take the Bucks to win a close game because the Falcons do have a good pass defense. But I think it'll be a close game. Okay, and then we got the Chiefs versus the Chargers in Arrowhead this time around. I'm rooting for the Chargers, but I gotta go Chiefs here. I just don't see them beating the Chargers. Excuse me, I don't see the Chargers beating the Chiefs twice. And it's at Arrowhead. They got a banged up O-line. So I'm gonna pick the Chiefs to win this game, 27-20. Then we got Bengals, Ravens. They played 2 weeks ago. I could see the Bengals winning, but I just don't think the Ravens are going to get swept by the Bengals. So I'm going to take the Ravens to win in a shootout because neither defense is good right now. Texans versus the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Texans to win. Their defense is just absurd, just really good. I'm going to win 20-10, 21-10, excuse me. Then we got the Bears versus the Browns. I'm going to pick the Bears. Shador versus Caleb Williams, two of the most hated quarterbacks. Probably a low-scoring game. Browns defense is really good. It's not what I asked for. But yeah. Then we got Eagles versus Raiders. Eagles don't win this game. I don't know what to tell you. They should win this game. Say 27-14. Titans versus the 49ers. 49ers are winning. 31-13. Titans defense isn't good. All right, Seahawks, Colts. Seahawks should win. Seahawks defense is really good. Broncos versus the Packers. The Packers are winning this game. They got the better quarterback. Let's freaking go. Micah Parsons getting 3 sacks on Bo Nix. Then we got Commanders, Giants. Both teams due for a win. They better not play Jaden Daniels on that MetLife turf, but I'm going Giants here. They're at home, division opponent. They usually play the Commanders well. Now, I know they got blown out in week 1, but they had Russell Wilson out there, and Russell Wilson is washed. Neither defense is good. So I think it could be an offensive game. So the Giants win. We got Rams, Lions, a really good game. I'm going to take the Rams. Finally get a win against the Lions in the post Matthew Stafford era. All right, and then Panthers versus the Saints. I'm going to go the Panthers. They did lose earlier, but I think they'll bounce back here. Okay, and I got Jaguars versus Jets. Jaguars should easily win this game. Say 30-10. Jaguars should easily win that game. Okay, then possibly game of the week. We got the Patriots versus the Bills. It's for the division. I just don't see the Patriots beating the Bills twice. They haven't lost a game since September. They're on a 10-game winning streak. I mean, that is hard enough to do as well. So, like, pushing it to 11 is really pushing it. So, Bills are fighting for the division, fighting for playoff positioning. I got to go Bills here. I could see Pats winning, but I just can't picture the Pats sweeping the Bills. I just don't see it. I think it'll be a good game. It'll be a fun game. But I expect the Bills to win. The Patriots got to lose a game at some point. They've won 10 in a row. They haven't lost since September. They've had a few close calls, but even if they lose this game, they can still win the division. The Ravens game is winnable given how poorly they've played recently. They should be able to beat the Jets on the road. They should be able to beat the Dolphins at home in cold weather in the snow. But yeah, it's a must win for both teams, and I think the Bills are going to get it done here. Takes us to Sunday Night Football, the Vikings at the Cowboys. Now, most people are going to be picking Cowboys. They're at home, prime time in Dallas. I don't care. I'm going the Vikings. The Cowboys defense is not good. I think Minnesota can take advantage. They have the receivers to take advantage of Dallas's corners. Dak Prescott versus 9. Jefferson and Addison should smoke Bland and whoever else is at corner. But give me the Vikings on prime time. Then to wrap up week 14, Dolphins versus the Steelers on Monday night, a weird Monday night game. This is kind of a tough one to pick because Dolphins have won 4 in a row, but at the same time, it's in cold weather and they don't do well in the cold. But the Steelers are not that good either, so it's kind of a rough one for me to pick. I was going to go Dolphins, but I might go Steelers now. So yeah, I'm probably going to go Steelers. Score prediction. (28-24) probably. But yeah, that's for the picks. Talk about NBA games and then they'll wrap it up. Okay, Celtics somehow beat the Knicks. Jaylen Brown went an absurd 42 points. Jordan Walsh played well defensively. I still don't see them making the playoffs. So,
what is Dallas truly
oh
weighing,
my God,
and
what
could
the
trade market here look
fuck?
like?
No one asked. Like, holy shit. Sorry about that. Wolves beat the Pelicans. That's good. Raptors beat the Blazers. Yeah, Celtics are doing well right now, but I think eventually they'll collapse and miss the playoffs. Because as a Celtics fan, I'm not trying to hate on my own team, but as a Celtics fan, I don't want to make the playoffs. Because even if we make the playoffs, we'll be a first round exit at best. And even if Jason Tatum was playing, the roster isn't good enough to compete for a championship because they have no center depth whatsoever. Pritchard and Simons are defensive liabilities. They need to get rid of Simons by February instead of risk losing him for nothing in free agency, because they're not going to bring him back. Spurs beat the Grizzlies. Harrison Barnes, 31 points. Zach Edey, 19 points, 15 rebounds. Thunder just keep on winning. I don't know if they're going to lose a game for a while, but it's getting annoying. 38 points from Shea. Guarantee you 95% of those are from yeah, that was last Tuesday. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Wednesday. Blazers beat the Cavs by 12. Mobley, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 5 blocks. Got 27 points. Spurs barely beat the Magic. 31 points from Fox, 25 from Wagner. Okay. Bucks beat the Pistons. Ryan Rollins, 22 points. Cunningham, 17 points, 7 rebounds. Mavericks beat the Heat by 10. Ryan Nembhard, the brother of Andrew Nembhard of the Pacers, 15 points, 13 assists. He's been playing really well recently. Khalil Ware has been really good for the Heat. 22 points, 10 rebounds. But that's it for Wednesday's games. As we go to Thursday, December 4th. Sixers beat the Warriors off a game winner. 35 for Maxey. Celtics annihilate the Wizards as they should. Jaylen Brown didn't even play in this game, by the way. 30 points from Derek White. I believe Jordan Walsh put up 22. But yeah, it was a close game in the first half, and then the Celtics just blew the Wizards out of their own building in the second half. Lakers get a lucky against the Raptors. 44 points, 10 assists for Reeves. Scotty Barnes, 23 points, 11 rebounds. The Wolves beat the Pelicans again, 28 from Randall. And then Friday's games. Celtics beat the Lakers belt to ass. Jaylen Brown, 30 points. Celtics were getting every three they wanted. Like, they were red hot from three. Lakers defense could not do anything. So this is a great win for the Celtics. Hate the Lakers with a passion. So obviously I was happy to win this game. People are going to say, oh, no LeBron, no Luka. Luka and LeBron both suck at defense. So even if they played in this game, they're like, what difference would they made defensively? Yeah, they would have given you a little bit more scoring, but they wouldn't have done shit on defense. So I don't want to hear it. All right, the Magic beat Paulo Banchero, came back in this game. Banchero needs to step up. But Wagner, 32 points. Adebayo, 24 points, 15 rebounds. Nuggets, huge comeback against the Hawks. Jokic, 40 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Jalen Johnson, 21 points, 18 rebounds, 16 assists. Dude's playing out of his mind. Cavs beat the Spurs. Fox with 25. Mitchell with 28. I do think the Cavs will turn it around eventually. Pistons beat the Blazers. Cade, 29 points, 35 from Avia. Bulls lost to the Pacers. My goodness. Rockets annihilate the Suns. They played a tribute video for Dylan Brooks. 28 points for KD. 23 from Dylan Brooks. Grizzlies beat the Clippers. Thunder beat the Mavericks. 23 from Jaden Hardy. 33 from SGA. Free throw merchant. What else is new? Warriors barely beat the Cavs. Pat Spencer, 19 points, 29 from Mitchell. Pistons beat the Bucks. Cade, 23 points, 32 from Kevin Porter Jr. Heat somehow lose the Kings. Wolves beat the Clippers, 27 points from Jaden McDaniels, 34 from Harden. Wolves should consider trading for Harden because they need a point guard. Mavericks beat the Rockets, 29 from AD, 22 from Jabari. Go to Sunday's games. Knicks barely beat the Magic. France went down early in this game with a brutal injury. Thankfully, it's just a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for several weeks. Avoided a brutal injury there. Then Desmond Bain chucked the ball at OG Anunoby. That was hilarious. Yeah, Desmond Bane's done that twice this year. But Brunson, 30 points. Who cares? But rough loss for the Magic. They just can't catch a break with the injuries. Banchero is going to have to step up without Wagner. And Celtics almost blow this game, but they hang on against the Raptors. They pass them in the standings. Somehow are now third in the East. That's how bad this conference is. Like the Celtics, without Jason Tatum, are third in the Eastern Conference. That's how bad the East is. Jaylen Brown with 30. Scotty Barnes, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Scotty Barnes only scored 4 points when he was being guarded by Jordan Walsh. So yeah, I don't know how Brad Stevens keeps finding these hidden gems, but you know, they play the Bucks next, which we'll see if Giannis plays or not, but we'll see. Lakers beat the Sixers. Luka 31, 28 from Maxey. Thunder beat the Jazz, 25 from J-Dub, most overrated player besides Shea, of course. Okay, and then we'll wrap it up with Monday's games. Okay. Suns beat the Wolves again. My goodness. Mark Williams, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 40 from Anthony Edwards. Oh, wow, only 3 games. Spurs beat the Pelicans. Dylan Harper played really well, 22 points. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double from Derek Queen. My goodness. And then Magic versus the Heat on Prime Video. I believe these are the Cup game finals or quarterfinals. But we'll talk about these next week. I just want to see how the Magic are doing stats-wise. Oh, in the third quarter. Okay. Damn, it was 30-17 in the first quarter. Okay. So I assume they're having Anthony Black play the 3. I don't know why they wouldn't start De Silva at the 3, but okay. Banchero, 12 points so far, 3 of 9, 1 of 3 from 3. Man, he needs to do something with his shot because it was just not hitting right now. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the live. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.